Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of our Prep Sports Highlight Show here on SportsSceneTV.net. I'm Anthony Serenana. If you felt the ground shaking Friday night, the epicenter was probably in the city of Chino Hills, as Week 7 action in the Sierra League was a big one, as the Ayala Bulldogs traveled to Chino Hills High School to face their district rivals, the Chino Hills Huskies. So let's head out to Husky Stadium and watch the highlights of this game, where the winner would be crowned top dog. As fans from Ayala High School traveled to Chino Hills High School, they filled the Husky Stadium as they were pumped for the evening's rivalry game against their inter-district rivals, the Chino Hills Huskies. Husky fans were also pumped up as they showed up hours before kickoff as they were looking to see their home team get their first Sierra League victory in 2012. On their first drive of the game, the Huskies find themselves in a 4th and 4 situation at the Ayala 35. And Huskies head coach Derek Bubb elects to go for it and is successful as quarterback Matt Simcoe connects on a pass to Joseph Latta to get the first down. The conversion play proves to be a big one, as a few plays later the Huskies running back Louis Nopolis would run 12 yards up the middle and score the touchdown. Chino Hills jumps out to the lead 7-0 with 8:38 left in the first quarter. Still in the first quarter, the Huskies quarterback Matt Simcoe throws a well-placed pass that falls into the arms of wide receiver Jack Austin. He takes it into the end zone for the 31-yard touchdown pass. Chino Hills takes a 14-0 lead with 5:39 remaining in the first quarter. Moving into the second quarter, the Bulldogs on the Huskies 13. Quarterback Brian Mayette has to scramble, but he finds R.J. Cardenas with the pass and he's able to take it in for the score. The Bulldogs trail 14-7 with 10:32 left in the second quarter. Still in the second quarter, on 2nd and 7 from their own 35, the Huskies' Louis Nopolis gets the handoff and shows off his speed and agility as he carries the ball 35 yards to the Ayala 30. A few plays later, the Huskies quarterback Matt Simcoe caps the drive with this 1-yard run into the end zone, and Chino Hills leads 21-7 with 8:58 remaining in the first half. The Bulldogs on their own 47 turn the ball over as quarterback Brian Mayette's pass is intercepted by the Huskies' Trent Gones, and he returns the ball back to the Ayala 26. Chino Hills capitalizes on the turnover as Louis Nopolis runs the ball into the end zone from 4 yards out. The PAT was unsuccessful and the Huskies lead the Bulldogs 27-7 with 6:07 left in the second quarter. Ayala would fight back as the Bulldogs quarterback Brian Mayette, under pressure, scrambles out of the pocket and has a wide open path ahead of him. He runs the ball 24 yards where he's tackled out of bounds at the Huskies' 6-yard line. On the very next play, Ayala's quarterback Brian Mayette pitches the ball back to Dane Cruikshank, who runs the ball to the outside to score the touchdown. And the Bulldogs trail 27-14 with 1:42 left in the second quarter. However, the Huskies offense stayed strong as quarterback Matt Simcoe throws a pass up the middle that's caught by wide receiver Jack Austin. He holds on to the ball after being popped from behind by the Bulldogs' Dane Cruikshank for the 20-yard pass. Chino Hills on the Ayala 7-yard line, and quarterback Matt Simcoe finds junior wide receiver Michael Orantes with the pass, and Orantes scores the touchdown. The Huskies take the lead 35-14 going into halftime. Going to the third quarter, the Bulldogs offense starts the second half in a big way as quarterback Brian Mayette throws a deep pass that's caught by Blake Wallace at the Huskies' 32-yard line for a 24-yard pass. A few plays later, Ayala quarterback Brian Mayette has to scramble and launches a pass before getting tackled that finds Dane Cruikshank in the end zone for the 9-yard touchdown pass. The Bulldogs trail 35-21 with 9:23 left in the third quarter. The Bulldogs offense remains hot in the third quarter as quarterback Brian Mayette throws a short pass to Dane Cruikshank, who runs the ball down the sidelines to pick up 50 yards and looks to get the touchdown. But the officials say he went out of bounds at the Huskies' 2-yard line. Ayala caps the drive with his 2-yard run by running back Jordan Robinson, who scores the touchdown. The PAT was unsuccessful and the Bulldogs trail 35-27 with 3:48 left in the third quarter. After not scoring a touchdown in the third quarter, the Huskies get one in the fourth as quarterback Matt Simcoe throws a pass to wide receiver Jack Austin, who gets the good lead blocking that allows him to score on the 43-yard touchdown pass. The Huskies lead is 42-27 with 11:05 left in the fourth quarter. The Huskies score again as quarterback Matt Simcoe finds Elijah Taylor at the back of the end zone with a 5-yard pass to score the touchdown, and the Huskies lead is 49-27. With 5 minutes left in the game, Ayala quarterback Brian Mayette, under pressure, scrambles out of the pocket and runs 8 yards to score the touchdown. But it wouldn't be enough as the Huskies go on to get the victory 49-34. With the victory over Ayala, the Huskies pick up their first league win. In the game, quarterback Matt Simcoe was 24 for 35 with 244 yards passing and 5 touchdowns, 4 from the air and 1 with a 1-yard touchdown run. On the ground game, the Huskies had 30 carries for 192 yards. Total offensive yards for Chino Hills was 436 yards. For the Ayala Bulldogs, quarterback Brian Mayette was 18 for 36 with 427 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. In the rushing game, the Bulldogs had 35 carries for 200 yards. For more stats, information, and individual stats, check them out on our website, sportscene.tv.net. Next week, the Ayala Bulldogs will host the 2-0 Charter Oak Chargers, while Chino Hills goes out on the road to face Claremont. We had a chance to talk to the Huskies head coach Derek Bubb. We also spoke to quarterback Matt Simcoe, and we spoke to the Ayala Bulldogs head coach Randy Reams after the game, and here's what they had to say. We are here with head coach Derek Bubb. Coach, tell me your thoughts of your team's performance tonight. I mean, from the get-go, you guys are playing aggressive ball, going forward on 4th down, and it led it up to a touchdown.
We knew we had to come out. We came off a tough loss last week. We knew we had to come out and be aggressive. We sat back and didn't play with passion last week, and this week we came out and played hard. The kids got a big win in the Sierra League.
Tonight, we have your quarterback with 4 touchdown passes, 1 running it in. I know he's not the only one tonight that shined, but tell me your thoughts on your offense tonight.
Offense was on fire. I mean, and that was one of the things that we lacked last week. We were hurting a little bit on offense, and we worked hard this week. The kids been wonderful. The kids worked hard all week, and we knew we had to improve, and they bounced back, and that's what we needed.
What were you telling your team at halftime? You guys are up 35-14 in this rivalry game. I mean, what was left?
we knew it wasn't over, but it's hard to convince kids that it's not over, and so we came out a little bit rusty in the second half. Got some big stops. That's what we needed, and came out with a good win.
After your game last week, some people were kind of looking at Chino Hills as maybe a little different than they were thinking in the past. I think tonight you guys made a statement.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their bad weeks. Week in and week out, everybody's got their bad weeks, and we played a good football team last week. And so coming off the bye week, everything else, a lot of things went bad last week, and this week's brand new. This one feels real good. We're going to enjoy it, and then we know we got a big game against Claremont next week.
Tell me your thoughts when you see your student body, your staff, and everyone here tonight supporting you guys.
This is unbelievable. You know, it's a great atmosphere. I think that people miss out on this. This is what high school football is all about. You know, it was a great rivalry with Ayala. It's great to win this game 4 in a row. Go Huskies.
All right. We're here with quarterback Matt Simcoe wearing the throwback jerseys, wearing number 4. Fitz 4 touchdown passes tonight. You ran 1 in. Tell me your thoughts on this game tonight.
We just had a very good game. We practiced good all week. My lineman gave me a good time, blocking really well, and receivers caught the ball and did what they needed to do. Got coached up really well and just executed what we needed to do.
I was talking to Coach earlier about, a lot of folks looking at last week's loss, and now this week kind of just solidifies it more. Tell me your thoughts with this victory.
Charter Oak loss is in the past now. We're just moving forward, and this loss is really well, and I think it helped us out getting over the Charter Oak loss. And we just have to keep moving forward. We got Claremont next week, and that's going to be a big game too.
Tell me your thoughts about this game. I mean, it's a rivalry game. You saw the stadium jam-packed. Yeah. You can feel the place shaking. Tell me what it feels like when you're playing under the lights with this large crowd.
Well, it was the first time for me in the Battle of the Bone game, and it was amazing. Student section was rocking. Everyone was pumped for the game. We were up there warming up, and it was just everyone was going crazy. And just the adrenaline was pumping and just going through your veins. You had to play a good game tonight because everyone was watching you. So it was a good experience.
We're here with head coach Randy Reams of the Ayala Bulldogs. Coach, big rivalry game tonight. Obviously not the outcome that you were looking for, but tell me your thoughts. I mean, your team trailing at halftime, come back and make it a close ball game. I think it was 35-14 and a half. You guys come back 35-27, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely the fight in our players. The fight's there. They're going to battle whether we're down 1, whether we're down 100, or whether we're up 20. They're going to keep fighting. They're going to keep battling. We got a little momentum there, and came up a little bit short. Chino Hills is a heck of a team. They play well. They play hard. They play physical, and they deserve the win tonight. We made too many mistakes.
So with this game, we knew it was going to be an exciting one. I mean, you guys took it all the way to the end with that onside kick. You guys recovered that. I mean, it just shows the drive and will of this team and from your coaching staff.
It is. It's the guys. The guys are going to battle. The coaches are going to fight. We're going to do everything we can to stay in games, to do the best we can, to come back in games, to win games, and whatever it takes. It's just whatever it takes.
I mean, it looked clearly like Ayala offense. I mean, you guys were doing it on the ground and in the air. Tell me, what parts do you think you'd like to tweak if you had a chance to go back?
You know, we just we need to work on a little bit of interior blocking, a little bit of downfield blocking. You know, just maybe some decisions on some throws. And you know what? We need to hold on to the darn football. I mean, too many balls are on the ground, and you know, if you're going to turn the ball over, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to be tough to win games.
Tell me who you guys have next week, and what are you looking forward to getting back on the victory?
Hey, we play Charter Oak, so you know, let's bring on the Sierra League defending champ, and you know, every week's a battle. There's no joke in the Sierra League, and you know, Charter Oak's next, so that's the next team we're looking at.
Checking out the rest of the Sierra League scoreboard, Charter Oak gets their second consecutive league victory over South Hills, 38-7, to remain atop of the Sierra League standings, while Damien picks up their first league victory with a 34-14 win over Claremont. After a rough start in Mount Baldy League action, the Don Lugo Conquistadors were at home for the second consecutive week to host Montclair. Let's head out to Don Lugo High School and see if Don Lugo could get that first league win in front of the home crowd. The Don Lugo Conquistadors are back on their home field after a humbling loss to the Colony Titans last week. This week, the Conquistadors will face the Montclair Cavaliers. Montclair is 1-2 in league, as Lugo has yet to get a league win and has 2 losses in league play. Lugo again tries to get things going early on with this long pass from quarterback number 18 Mark Wiseman to number 7 Preston Carr for 60-plus yards. This would set them up for a field goal attempt, but the kick was no good. When Montclair's Cody Duke tries this midfield run, number 91 Adrian Echeverria strips the ball, and number 3 Irvin Aguinaga recovers for Lugo just across midfield. And Lugo gets on the board first with his 2-yard run from number 4 Tylen Schoenborn. The point after was good, and Lugo leads 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And now it's Montclair's turn to get on the board with this 8-yard run right up the middle of the field from quarterback number 9 Daniel Savalos. The point after was good, and the score is tied at 7 with 6:22 left in the second quarter. Montclair executes this successful onside kick when number 75 Daniel McGrew recovers the ball, putting them at good field position with time running out in the second quarter. And Montclair converts the opportunity with this pass from quarterback Savalos to number 40 Trey Carter for a 6-yard touchdown. The kick was good, and the Cavaliers would go into the locker room with a 14-7 lead at the half. Here in the third quarter, quarterback Mark Wiseman throws 13 yards to the back of the end zone, where number 22 Hunter Garp brings the ball down for the touchdown. The kick was blocked with 8:02 in the third as Lugo trails 14-13. Now take a look at this punishing hit as Lugo's Terry Gordon gets from number 4 Dorian Haro. The third quarter will end, and Montclair leads 14-13. Montclair on 4th down goes to punt the ball away, but number 2 Jason Cecile will fake the punt and runs 12 yards for the first down, giving them 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. With good field position, Montclair's quarterback Savalos keeps the ball and sneaks across the goal line. The kick was good, and Montclair leads 21-13. Lugo's number 4 Terry Gordon with his 9-yard run struts into the end zone. Gordon is also given the ball on the 2-point attempt but comes up short, leaving the Conquistadors trailing 21-19 with 1:50 left in the game. And that would be the ending score, with Don Lugo losing to Montclair 21-19 and go 0-3 in league. They will go out on the road to face Ontario next week. Looking at the rest of the Mount Baldy League scoreboard, Chino had a bye week, and they will face Ontario High School this Thursday night at Ontario. Colony remains perfect in league action after a 49-0 victory over Gary to give the Titans a perfect 4-0 league record. And Chaffey gets the win over Ontario 45-18. It's now time for our Roscoes Highlight of the Week, sponsored by Roscoes Famous Deli. This week's highlight comes from the Ayala Chino Hills rivalry game as Huskies quarterback Matt Simcoe connects to wide receiver and future Boise State Bronco Jack Austin on this 31-yard pass that Austin hauls in for the touchdown. This has been the Roscoe's Famous Deli Highlight of the Week. I would love to see your amazing highlight videos from the games you attend. If your video was selected by our producers as the Roscoe's Highlight of the Week, then you will receive a $25 gift card to Roscoe's Famous Deli. All you have to do is email them to us at videos@sportscenetv.net. It's now time for our Dick's Sporting Goods Scholar Athlete of the Week, where we interview a high school student who not only does well on the field, but also excels academically. In this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week segment, we feature the Ayala Bulldogs senior wide receiver, John Marcus Soms. It's now time for our Dick's Sporting Goods Scholar Athlete of the Week. I'm here with the Ayala Bulldogs, John Marcus Soms. John, thanks for joining us. A couple of questions for you. If you can just give us your grade point average and what grade you're in.
I'm a senior and I have a 3.56.
What's your favorite subject that you have?
History and economics, two of my favorite subjects.
And do you see yourself going to a certain college or dream colleges that you have?
I'm looking at USC and Tulane. San Diego State's also up there too.
And what would you like to major in and use that major when you get out as a career?
I like to major in engineering to become an engineer, to be successful. If not, just go into business.
Okay, now just a little more lighter questions. Do you have any other hobbies outside of sports?
I play golf, so that's a fun hobby of mine.
All right, great. And what do you like to do before a ball game, especially a big one like tonight, the rivalry game, to kind of get yourself in the zone or even, relaxed and focused?
I just like to relax. Sometimes I take a nap before the game, just listen to my music and just be by myself, kind of.
All right, great. And do you have a favorite video game, and what game system do you like to play it on?
Call of Duty and Halo, and definitely Xbox 360.
All right, our final question here, the big one. Are you an Apple or PC guy?
Apple.
All right, you getting the new iPhone 5?
I have the 4S, so I'm all right now.
You're good for now. All right, John Marcus Soms, our Dick's Sporting Goods Scholar Athlete of the Week, here on SportsSceneTV.net. Once again, we would like to thank Dick's Sporting Goods for sponsoring our Scholar Athlete of the Week segment, and congratulations to the Ayala Bulldogs' John Marcus Soms for being named our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Well, that concludes this edition of our weekly Prep Sports Highlight Show here on SportsSceneTV.net. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SportsSceneTV, where we post live game updates every Friday night of all the games in the Chino Valley and update scores from games throughout the Inland and San Gabriel Valley. Also, follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on the latest prep sports coverage. Also, be sure to stay tuned on our website, SportsSceneTV.net, where we bring you the latest videos, stats, and of course, our weekly Prep Sports podcast, where we recap games in detail and interview coaches. For the entire staff here at Sports Scene TV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on SportsSceneTV.net.